If I could have named my 20s a movie, it would have been called Chronicles of a Desperate Lonely Bitch, okay? Because let me tell you this, in my 20s, I was a serial monogamous. I was a serial dater, okay? I was like on this feverish search to find a man, to find my husband, to find my king, to find the person that I thought could complete me and make my life better. And what I ended up doing was I kept on jumping from man to man to man to man, thinking that if I eventually found the right man, then I would be able to be in the relationship of my dreams, and I wouldn't have to keep looking for a man, and that my life would be better, and I could move on to the next goal that I had within my life. I looked at finding a man as a milestone that I needed to hit, rather than understanding that finding a man should have been the least of my concerns. What should have been my focus was getting healed and dealing with the parts of myself that were keeping me from being able to be in and maintain healthy relationships. In my 20s, I was a mess. I'm gonna own this, okay? And I wanna put this out there because I wanna make sure that I put this out there, okay? I'm not one of these people who wants to tear down all men, okay? Because the reality was that although I had a lot of bad relationships in my 20s, not everyone was a bad person. What it was often was that I was operating at a low vibration, from a place of not being healed. I was operating from a place of desperation. I was operating from a place of loneliness, and I usually attracted one of two types of people. Either people who were operating from that same vibration. So basically we form what we call a trauma bond, meaning your trauma and my trauma gets together, and we really don't have a real healthy relationship. We have a trauma bond. We are bonded by our trauma, and as you can imagine, those always ended in devastation and pain for both of us, okay? Or I would attract people who were predators towards my desperate, lonely energy, because the fact is that they saw that from a place of weakness, and they chose to utilize my weakness as a way for them to have power over me. So those are the kinds of men who were possessive, who were controlling, who were abusive. And so what I did was I used so much of my 20s focused on trying to find a better man, someone who was better than the last one, someone who could finally be the kind of man that I dreamed of, rather than actually owning for myself that I was not even the type of man that I dreamed of. I want you to think about this. Be very honest with yourself. Are you really the kind of person that you would be in a relationship with? With all your trauma and all your unhealed stuff, would you really want to be in a relationship with you? I mean, just be kind of honest about it, okay? If the answer is, I don't know about that because I'm a piece of work, then why don't you spend your time being single, focused on getting healing, focused on working on the parts of yourself that need to be worked on, focused on growing in the areas that you need to grow, rather than focusing on, I'm lonely, I need a man, I need a man, I need a man. Baby, let me tell you this, and I need to be honest with you. You need to be honest with yourself about this too. The kind of man that you desire, that man who is well put together, he got a good job, he's mentally stable, he's secure, he's comfortable in his own skin, he's all these wonderful things. You gotta ask yourself, even if you could attract that kind of man today, even if you could, would you be able to keep him? Would he want to stay with you once he saw all your unhealed stuff? Okay, let me tell you what my worst nightmare is. My worst nightmare is not being single or dying lonely. I ain't worried about that because that ain't gonna happen, okay? My worst nightmare is attracting the most wonderful man on earth that God could have ever created for me, and then losing him because of my unhealed stuff and the parts of my life that I refused to heal while I was single. That is my greatest nightmare, okay? Getting everything that I prayed for and that I hoped for and losing it, not because of something being wrong with them, but because of me. And I can tell you this, that needs to be your focus as well, okay? You don't have to deal with fuckboys no more. You see my shirt, it says no fuckboy zone, okay? You can get this at www.shopmjharris.com. You don't have to worry about dealing with fuckboys no more. You don't have to worry about how you gonna find a date. You don't need to worry about, should I be dating online or should I try to meet people at parties? You don't need to worry about none of that kind of stuff right now if you are single. What you need to be worried about right now is what parts of myself needs to be healed. What parts of myself do I need to be working on? What parts of myself do I know I need to grow within? And then putting your energy into that, because here's the thing, the quicker you heal, the quicker you grow, the quicker you mature, the quicker you will find the type of relationship that you want, desire, and that you deserve. Okay, if you're tired of being single, I get it. Let me tell you this. life is really nice when you have a partner, okay? Let's start with some of the obvious benefits, okay? You get some good consistent sex. Oh my God. And you know, there ain't nothing like sex with somebody that you with consistently, okay? Where they know your body and you know their body, okay? It's fabulous. On top of that, once y'all get to the point of living together, baby, this life is expensive. Y'all can share some bills, okay? It's fabulous. On top of that, you got somebody that you can gossip with at the end of the night. You like, child, you know what happened with Deborah, right? All right, let me tell you. You got somebody you can do that. When you're having a bad day, you can call them. There's so many great benefits that comes with having a partner. I want you to have those benefits. Shit, I want those benefits too. But what I recognize is that within my time being single, what I need to be doing and what you need to be doing too is focusing on how to get ready for the type of relationship that you desire, rather than feverishly hunting for that man while not working on yourself, okay? That's like trying to look for a job that you're not qualified to keep, baby. I want you to be able to find the kind of man or kind of woman that you desire, but I want you to also be able to keep them. So what I want you to do right now, is make a commitment to yourself, right? To be the best you that you can be, all right? Comment below and write that in here. I commit to be my best self, okay? And what that means is that if there are parts of yourself that you know you need to heal, get that healing. If there are parts of yourself that you know that you need to deal with it. If there are parts of yourself that you know you need to face it, okay? I'm gonna tell you the thing that worked for me very well: therapy. Therapy has been one of the greatest resources for me because it's allowed me to come face to face with myself, to be able to own my power and acknowledge all the good parts of myself. Because the fact is that I attracted some really predatory men, and I attracted some really bad relationships because I didn't know my own power. So I was dating beneath myself in some cases because the fact was I didn't recognize all that I brought to the table. So I was dating men at the level of my pain rather than at the level of my power. Okay, therapy helped me to recognize that. Beyond it, it also helped me to recognize some of my own toxicity, some of my own stuff, some of the bad negative stuff that I was bringing to the table. I wasn't intentionally bringing anything to the table, but again, I was operating from a place of pain. I was operating from a place of brokenness. And with that said, with pain and brokenness, you do bring some negativity and some toxicity to the table. It helped me to own that too, and then it provided me for a safe space to be able to start getting healing so that I could heal those places and be equipped to actually be in a healthy relationship. I'm a much different person today than I was years ago, and it's because of therapy. It's because I chose to stop focusing on being lonely and stop having a pity party about the man that I didn't have in my life and start to focus on being powerful and understanding that I had the power within me to heal, to grow, and to become the type of person that I was designed to be, rather than just being complacent and remaining in the broken person that I was just used to being, okay? So if this video touches a place within your heart, what I want you to do is comment below this video and say, I commit to be a better me, or I commit to be my best self, whatever you want to do. And I ask you go ahead and click share so that other people can see this message, because this is the kind of message that people really, really need. There's someone out there who's feeling broken, who's feeling alone, who's feeling like something's wrong with them, which is why they can't attract the kind of man that they want. They're feeling lonely, they're feeling desperate. And what I want them to be able to see is that they can attract the type of relationship that they desire, but it starts with them first having a better relationship with themselves, okay? So go ahead and share this video with them. I am Malcolm MJ Harris, baby. If you don't know who I am, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm everywhere, darling. Just look at my name, MJ Harris, and you'll find me there. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Love you to death.